Imagine a line of dominoes stretched across your life. Every flick begins with a word, a loss, a turn you never saw coming. The clack of plastic echoes through your chest as each piece falls exactly as gravity demands. But between the falling and your next move lies a silence so small most people miss it. This gap is not emptiness. It is the birthplace of every freedom you will ever claim. Welcome to Value-Minded Solutions, where we share real talk on authentic self-development, respect, and building genuine relationships. No fluff, just straightforward frame. Thank you deeply for your views, likes, subscriptions, and shares. These actions fuel our channel and inspire more content. If this speaks to you, please like and subscribe to join our community. Tonight we explore that invisible pause where scripts get rewritten, not through force, but through a gentle interception of your own momentum. The first domino may fall, yet the pattern that follows remains yours to design. Real freedom lives behind your ribs, not in your calendar. External choices abound, yet without this inner pause, they merely decorate the cage. Habit, impulse, and raw emotion rush in like floodwater through a broken dam. Neuroscience calls it amygdala hijack, lightning that strikes before thought arrives. Your prefrontal cortex stands waiting in the wings, ready to speak its lines if given half a breath. That breath is the pause where data becomes decision. Emotions are not enemies to suppress. They are messengers bearing sealed letters about what you value. The pause grants you time to read those letters, instead of being trampled by the horse that delivered them. Spiritual traditions and brain labs now sing the same chorus. A micro-interruption creates macro leverage. One heartbeat of space turns reaction into response and victim into author. Let me offer 4 quiet beats you can carry in any pocket. First, notice the heat rising in your chest, the throat tightening, the fingers twitching toward the keyboard. Awareness is the lamp that reveals the gap you stand within. Second, name what lives inside you without decoration. I feel anger. I feel shame. I feel the acidic burn of inadequacy. Language creates distance, and distance births clarity, where chaos once ruled. Third, breathe as if exhaling could carry smoke from a burning building. 3 slow releases anchor you to now, while your thinking mind reboots behind your eyes. Fourth, choose by asking one question that cuts through fog. What person am I practicing to become here? Then, move. Perhaps by saying nothing. Perhaps by asking for time. Perhaps by speaking kindness sharper than any blade. Inspiration fades, but systems endure. Craft an if-then clause before the storm arrives. If an angry message lands, then I wait 30 minutes before touching keys. Pre-decision dismantles the circuitry of reactivity. Micro-practices hide in plain sight. A bracelet you touch when pulse quickens. A sticker on your phone asking what story now. 1 mindful minute after waking that primes the pump for presence all day. Rehearse the hard conversations while stakes are low. Speak aloud the words you hope to embody when pressure climbs. The mind is a stage where practice performs before the live audience of your life. Name it to tame. It becomes muscle memory when logged daily. 2 lines before bed. Trigger felt, response chosen. Over weeks, these fragments form a mosaic of your emerging character. The pause is more than anger management. It is authorship of the unwritten chapters. Self-awareness spots the scripts you inherited from family, culture, fear. Imagination drafts alternative scenes where you speak with courage instead of collapse. Conscience edits those drafts against the quiet measuring tape of meaning. Together, these 3 forces let you tear up the handed-down manuscript and write lines your future self will recognize as home. In the gap grows self-awareness that spots triggers before they pull the trigger. Courage sprouts when you choose values over ease. Integrity roots when actions align beneath the surface. Compassion blossoms for yourself and the strangers battling their own invisible wars. Small intentional choices carve grooves that become your character. The pause is the chisel. Each use sharpens the blade until presence flows as naturally as the old reactivity once did. Freedom is not the absence of storms, but what you do between lightning and reply. Take this quiet pledge. For 7 days, meet 1 charged moment with the 4-beat practice. Log trigger and response in 2 sparse lines. At week's end, read your tiny scripture of shifts. Notice calmer tones, clearer choices, lighter regrets. Then share what you discover. I am listening, eager to learn from the stories you will author. Pause, breathe, choose. The script awaits your hand.